The official trailer for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning shows Ethan Hunt getting visions from the entity, but the rapid-fire nature of the shots means they are gone in a blink of an eye. The vision sequence is one of the most attention-grabbing moments in the latest piece of marketing. Tom Cruise's IMF agent is shown getting into a chamber and wearing a mask that links him to the entity. What happens next in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's trailer is a montage of visions the AI shows Ethan of his journey ahead. This marks the first time that we've had a chance to see the entity's visions of the future directly. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning teased these abilities, including showing Gabriel getting out of the same mask and chamber. Even without seeing the visions that Gabriel got directly, how much the entity correctly predicted about the future and showed to Gabriel makes it evident that what it shows people is mostly correct. That means that Ethan's visions from the entity could be quite revealing beyond the major details revealed in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's trailer. The rabbit's foot is opened. Mission Impossible 3's mystery returns. Rabbit's foot opened in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. The very first thing Ethan sees from the entity is someone opening up the capsule containing the rabbit's foot. Previously featured in Mission Impossible 3, the canister and what it really is remains a mystery. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning confirmed its rabbit's foot connection in the teaser trailer, showing Ethan retrieving it in a flashback. That's more important now that the entity is showing Ethan someone opening up the rabbit's foot, which could very well be his own memory. Paris, Grace, and Degas are with Ethan. His new allies. Paris, Grace, Degas and Ethan in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. The next thing Ethan sees is himself in a dark ally or room with Grace, Haley Atwell, Paris, Pom Clementif, and Degas, Greg Tarzan Davis. It's unclear exactly when this occurs in the movie, but it is a chance for the entity to show Ethan his new allies. It's worth noting that all three are with him when the trailer shows Ethan plugging into the entity to see these visions. The casualties of the Sevastopol attack. A similar shot from Dead Reckoning. Sevastopol attack casualties in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. The entity shows Ethan the aftermath of the Sevastopol attack from Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning next. He sees multiple dead bodies floating to the top of the ocean, with the ice frozen over the top. The same thing happened when the entity blew up the Sevastopol submarine, allowing the AI to escape and the key to be discovered. This could be part of the entity's way of telling Ethan where the submarine is located or taunting him with the RE's previous accomplishments. Protests breaking out around the world. Humanity is struggling. Protests in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Curiously, we also see a shot of civilian protests and armed forces standing before them. It's unknown what the protests are about or how exactly they factor into the entity's or Ethan's plan. What is clear is that humanity is in crisis, likely as a result of the entity. Ethan has a mysterious device. What could it be? Ethan holding a device in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. The entity also shows Ethan a vision of him holding an unspecified device. This is not a match to any previous pieces of tech featured in the franchise. It's possible this is part of how Ethan plans to destroy the entity. Perhaps it is somehow even connected to the rabbit's foot. Grace, Benji, Paris, and Degas in a plane. Ethan's team looks on. Grace, Benji, Paris, and Degas on a plane in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. This is a rare moment in the entity's visions to Ethan Hunt that has previously been seen before. The shot of Grace, Benji, Simon Pegg, Paris, and Degas in a plane was previously shown in the teaser trailer. This could be the start of their expedition to Alaska, leaving Ethan behind. The big takeaway from this shot is that it provides more certainty that what the entity shows Ethan are moments that will happen and prove to be accurate visions of the future. Grace frozen and blue. A rare symbolic vision from the entity. Grace frozen in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Now, this vision of Grace being frozen and completely blue is one example of the entity playing some tricks on Ethan too. Her White Walker-like appearance is most likely the result of the AI showing Ethan that some of his allies could die on this mission. It's highly unlikely that Grace will die in this fashion and that the Final Reckoning's trailer would spoil such a moment. Just as the entity showed Gabriel that either Grace or Ilsa would die in Dead Reckoning, this could be the RE's way of showing Ethan different possible outcomes. Degas in a house fire. He's in trouble. Degas in a house fire in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Degas is seen in the visions again as he stands in a house fire. Based on other moments from the trailer and additional visions, it could be William Donlow's Alaska house that is burning. Even if it isn't, it is clear that someone comes to attack Ethan's allies and burns the house they are in. Gabriel in hiding. The entity's accomplice stays in the shadows. Gabriel hiding in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. There is not much of Gabriel in the Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's trailer, and this is the only glimpse of him shown in the entity's visions to Ethan. He's in the shadows behind some sort of wall or gate. If Ethan wants to find Gabriel and take him out once and for all, he may have to do so without the entity's help. St. Matthew Island. William Donlow's location is teased. St. Matthew Island in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Ethan's next vision from the entity next shows a map highlighting St. Matthew Island. This is an island located in Alaska. That's notable because William Donlow was sent to Alaska after the Langley break-in in Mission Impossible. This could be how Ethan and his team learn how to find Donlow and realize that he's going to play a part in the final mission. Ethan in a submarine. Ethan is in danger. Ethan in the Sevastopol submarine in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. We next see Ethan in a submarine, holding on for dear life. The vessel is filling with water and appears to be rolling, which makes Ethan's mission here more complicated. Unless there is another submarine that factors into the story, this should be part of his journey into Sevastopol to locate the entity's source code. Briggs holding a picture of Dagus. Dagus has now gone rogue. Briggs holding a picture of Dagus in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Dagus was an enemy of Ethan's in Dead Reckoning as he worked alongside Briggs. His rogue turn to work with Ethan is teased here as Briggs holds up Dagus' picture. This is likely part of a sequence where Briggs fills in other people about who Ethan is now working with. Ethan with the cruciform key. He still has it. Ethan holding the cruciform key in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. After secretly stealing the key in Dead Reckoning, Ethan once again is shown having it in his grasp in The Final Reckoning. He appears to be sitting in either a car or plane of some kind. Considering his